Oh, it's a sweet place, isn't it?
The tale invented by Chrétien came back to England and soon spread to the Welsh borders.
This is it? Yeah.
What am I on camera?
Not yet.
And here they say if you want to find the Holy Grail, the key, or rather the keys, are kept in the Hodnett village shop.
Right, Janice, this is
Hi,
Michael.
Janice. Nice to meet
his
you.
Whole crew.
Sorry to disturb you. Can we borrow the key for the church?
Yes, you certainly can. I've got it here. Now,
Brilliant.
it's a bit complicated. That's the outer door.
Okay.
You go into the little door in the corner.
Okay.
So that's the outer door upper lock.
Okay.
That's the inner door upper lock. And the inner door bottom lock.
Thanks very much.
The Grail story appears in a 13th century Shropshire legend, and it resurfaces with a Victorian antiquarian, Thomas Wright.
Was he left a series of clues within the poem? Finally brought you to this church.
Graham Phillips has spent years trying to untangle the riddle. He thinks that Wright left clues to the whereabouts of the Holy Grail in the west window of the village church.
Oh, there it is.
You can see that the 4 figures represented are supposed to be Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. Although John, quite clearly, is a woman in this representation, perhaps Mary Magdalene. And obviously with the cup being called the Marian chalice, the chalice that was supposed to have been used by Mary Magdalene to collect Christ.
At the crucifixion.
At the crucifixion.
She holds the cup up to collect the blood of Christ.
Yeah.
So what led you to this?
A family called the Fitzwarrene family possessed a cup which they claimed was the Holy Grail. Their descendants were called the Vernons, and their descendant was Thomas Wright, the man who had this stained glass window put in.
So, the plot thickens here.
He claims to have the very same cup, but he's got no son to hand it on to.
No story has generated so many conspiracy theories. But that's a testimony to the seductive power of the myth and its symbols.
And if one of those statues has to be the one that's important, it must be the one that's above St John's head, the eagle statue.
The Shropshire Grail mystery leads to Hawkston Park. It's an 18th century fantasy garden, which has now become another Arthur country. Only this one was made to order. In this man-made grotto, the mischievous Victorian Thomas Wright left a final clue.
Right.
So these are the 2 statues.
Oh, yeah.
This one here, lion statue,
Yeah.
and the other one over here is the actual eagle statue. If we can move it. You can see its feet here.
Yeah.
This is its breast, and its head would have been here. But it was in the base of this when it was being moved down the cliff there, and it fell to the bottom. That from the base of it, there was a little hollow, and that's where the cup was found. The cup that was found in the statue, it's quite small. In fact, when you see it,
Wow, can we bring it
it's,
into the light?
yeah. When you actually see it, it doesn't look much different to an egg cup. But
God, how interesting.
it was taken to the British Museum where they identified it, and this is interesting, as a 1st century Roman scent jar.
No.
And it can't be proved that that's exactly what it was, but that's certainly the style of it.
How like medieval people we still are. The power of the tale is so great that we will it to be true. But despite all the seekers, from the medievals to the Da Vinci Code, the Grail is pure myth. A symbol created by Chrétien and the poets who came after him, of something that can never be possessed, but for which we must still strive. A symbol, perhaps, of the human quest itself.